everybody, and welcome back. We're starting a new unit today. C'est une nouvelle séquence. On continue avec les voyelles courtes. We're going to be continuing with our short vowels. We are on to short O. So today we are talking about ah, the sound ah, like in og. C'est la famille de mots qui se termine par og.
Sing with me, all together. Oh, 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 sing with me, short vowel, oh, oh, oh. Yeah, oh, yeah, dog, dog, up, top, top, box, 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 up, pop, pop. Sing with me, all together. Oh, 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 sing with me, short vowel, oh, oh, oh.
Okay, so the sound that short O makes is ah, like in dog. Ah, dog. Which is our first one. So this is dog, chien. Now this is more difficult. So this is cog. En français, vous avez le mot fait plus de sens. En fait, c'est dans. So this part that gets in the cog and makes it turn is the cog. Fog. Brouillard, fog. And bog. Bog. Marécage, bog. So this is a piece of wood. Usually it's much bigger. And you can roll on it. So it's a log, une bûche. And in Canada and the United States, we still do this. It's called log rolling. So here's an example of log rolling.
At Centennial Park. The red line in the middle of the log, they may not step on or across, and you can see these gals both in very good control. They can't touch their opponents either, but Jake, after that, anything goes, and sometimes they'll try to kick a bucket of water. It's a risky move, but I don't think we're going to see it in this match.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, the first fall goes to Ali Dab.
All right, so that is log rolling. It is a sport that you can do in Canada and the United States, log rolling. And here we have a big pig. So a big pig is called a hog. Hog. En français, c'est porc. Hog. And we've got hog wrestling in Canada and the United States as well. So that is hog wrestling, when you are wrestling with a hog. And here is another animal. This one, it is a frog. Frog, une grenouille. Frog. And here we have an adjective. So it's soggy. So sometimes when we pour milk on our cereal and we let it sit, it gets soggy. So in French, this is détrempé. C'est tout mouillé. C'est pas beau. So you don't want your Fruit Loops, it looks like he's eating Fruit Loops, you don't want your Fruit Loops to get soggy. Now this is a verb. To clog. So we can clog a sink or a toilet by making it not drain. So boucher, obstruer, and then the water overflows in a clogged sink. A clog can also be this type of shoe, Alors, un soulier comme ça s'appelle un clog. Et ça vient des anciens souliers en bois des Pays-Bas. So these clogs are inspired from original wooden clogs from the Netherlands. This is a verb, and we have to jog. Alors là, en français, vous avez volé le mot de l'anglais. Vous dites faire du jogging, mais le mot original, c'est jog de l'anglais. Okay, and now we have our song. This is from the Baha Men. See if you recognize it.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
All right, so that was in the Trolls movie.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
What?
So that was from Men in Black, and this is with the lyrics.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Well, the party was nice, the party was pumping,
Hey, yeah, yeah,
and everybody having a ball
yeah,
until the fellas started name calling,
yeah.
and the girls respond to the call. I heard a poor one shout out,
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
I see the young people had a ball, cause Billy Fountains get out. Get back, Gruffy, bash Gruffy, get back, you flea infested mongrel. Gonna tell myself I'm
And this is the original.
$1 zillion. The question is, who let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
well, the party was nice, the party was pumping,
Hey, yeah, yeah,
and everybody having a ball
yeah,
until the fellas started name calling,
yeah.
and the girls respond to the call. I heard a poor one shout out,
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
I see the young people had a ball, cause Billy Fountains get out. Get back, Gruffy, bash Gruffy, get back, you flea infested mongrel.
So that was Who Let the Dogs Out, and that came out in 2000, so almost 20 years ago. C'est sorti en l'année 2000, ça fait presque 20 ans de Who Let the Dogs Out. Ok, goodbye cinquième, au revoir les cinquièmes. Et
Et
quatrième,
que donc en anglais,
leçon.
on a deux présents. Et oui, dommage. On a deux présents qui s'utilisent dans deux cas de figure différents, dans deux situations différentes, et on va les apprendre tout à l'heure. Première étape, avant de comprendre comment fonctionnent les deux présents, on va apprendre à les construire. Alors, le présent simple, comme son nom l'indique, il est très simple. Alors c'est pas pour ça qu'il s'appelle comme ça, mais pour le coup, il est vraiment pas compliqué à construire. On va utiliser le sujet, et on va y adjoindre le verbe. D'accord? Sujet, verbe. Si on prend le verbe play, ça va nous faire I play, you play. Ok? La seule petite difficulté, ou la seule petite chose à laquelle il faut penser, c'est qu'à la troisième personne du singulier, vous m'écoutez bien, troisième personne du singulier, on va rajouter un S au verbe. On va coller le S à la fin du verbe. Ok? Donc, si on veut dire elle joue, she plays. She plays. Ok? Et donc ensuite, ça nous donne we play, you play, they play.
Okay, that's easy. On continue.
Écoutez bien, le présent simple permet de parler des habitudes. Permet de parler des choses qu'on fait habituellement. Par exemple, si vous dites I play tennis every Sunday with my friends. I play tennis. Vous êtes d'accord que c'est du présent simple? Le présent simple exprime l'habitude. J'ai donc l'habitude de jouer tous les dimanches. Mais je peux très bien dire cette phrase à n'importe quel moment de la semaine. Je peux le dire le lundi. I play tennis every Sunday with my friends. Deuxième effet de sens, cette fois-ci, c'est plus vraiment votre habitude à vous, mais vous parlez d'une caractéristique d'un objet ou d'un fait, de quelque chose de général. Prenez l'exemple suivant. Water boils at 100 degrees. Water boils at 100 degrees. Vous voyez bien que boils a le S, donc c'est la marque du présent simple. L'eau bout à 100 degrés. Vous êtes tous d'accord que c'est une caractéristique de l'eau que de bouillir à 100 degrés. Toutes les eaux bouent à 100 degrés. Donc on utilise le présent simple. On parle de quelque chose de général. Si je dis « The sun rises in the east », le soleil se lève à l'est. Je crois qu'il n'y a pas grand monde qui va nous contredire sur ce coup-là. On pourrait presque aller jusqu'à dire que c'est l'habitude du soleil que de se lever à l'est, mais bon, on va parler de caractéristiques ici.
Okay, so let's review. When do we use the present simple? So one, to express habits. And often when we're expressing habits, we will use adverbs of frequency. So always, normally, generally, regularly, usually, nearly always, quite often, often, frequently, occasionally, infrequently, sometimes, hardly ever, rarely, and never. So these are adverbs of frequency, and if we're using those often, we are expressing habits which are then in present simple.
When I want to write something to tell you more about the verb, I can use adverbials. It's detailed to my words.
So let me tell you about frequency. Frequency explains how often something happens. How often. So let me tell you about frequency. Frequency explains how often something happens. How often.
You could use sometimes,
Sometimes.
repeatedly,
Repeatedly.
normally,
Normally.
once,
Once.
occasionally,
Occasionally.
hardly ever,
Hardly ever.
seldom,
Seldom.
never.
Never.
Okay, so those are adverbs of frequency that help us use the present simple. So, when do we use the present simple? To express habits and to talk about facts. So, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. The sun rises in the east. English is the best subject. Ha, kidding. That's an opinion, that's not a fact. Nonetheless, all right. And number 3, to give instructions. So first you must boil the water and then you take the pot off the stove. So instructions or directions are often in the present simple as well. So for today's verbs, we have jog. So I jog, you jog, he jogs, right? Because this is the third person singular. She jogs, it jogs, we jog, they jog. For clog, we have I clog, you clog, he clogs, she clogs, it clogs, we clog, they clog. All right. Goodbye, quatrième année. Troisième année. Hello. So this unit, dans cette séquence, we are going to be doing some listening. On va écouter. Et ce qu'on va écouter, ce sont des articles dans le magazine I Love English. So we're listening to articles from the magazine I Love English. So you can find these things to listen to on the website of I Love English in numeric and audio, and then today's audio is from the Yukon Quest. Okay, so we are talking about the Yukon Quest, which starts in the Yukon, Canada. So the Yukon is one of the territories in Canada in the north. C'est dans le nord. And it follows this highway through Dawson City and all the way to Fairbanks in Alaska. So Alaska is in the USA and the Yukon is in Canada.
Report.
Now listen to this month's report.
The Yukon Quest.
50 mushers with 650 dogs and 1,000 miles to cross in subarctic conditions. That's the Yukon Quest sled dog race. It's the ultimate winter challenge.
1,000 miles. The Yukon Quest races over an area bigger than France. The trail goes from Fairbanks in Alaska, USA, to Whitehorse in Canada. Mushers and their dogs follow the route people took in 1897 to search for gold in the Yukon in Canada. They cross 4 mountain ranges and frozen rivers.
9 to 14 days. The teams spend around 2 weeks battling through snowstorms and freezing winds. In 2016, the winning musher, Hugh Neff from Alaska, took 9 days, 1 hour and 28 minutes to finish.
50 mushers. That's the maximum number in the race. Each musher pays $2,000 to participate. Each year, there are beginners called rookies, who must be at least 18 years old, but most mushers, both men and women, are veterans. They return year after year to test their limits. 33% of the teams give up. Sometimes the cold and the solitude are too much.
650 dogs. Each musher has 8 to 14 dogs. Mushers can drop tired dogs at checkpoints, but a team must finish the race with at least 6 dogs. The dogs in the Yukon Quest are generally Alaskan Huskies, which are excellent athletes, even when the temperature falls to minus 40 degrees Celsius.
10,000 calories. That's how much energy each dog needs every day from food, the equivalent of 18 Big Macs. The dogs eat meat and drink 4 litres of water per day. The mushers put water in the dog food. Dogs won't drink cold water in freezing conditions.
9 checkpoints. Mushers and their dogs stop and rest at checkpoints. A handler brings each musher food. At Dawson City checkpoint, they must stop for 48 hours. The mushers sleep in a hotel. The dogs sleep in beds of straw.
15 vets in 2016. Vets are attracted to the Yukon Quest for the adventure and the joy of working with strong, determined dogs. But they have a serious mission. They medically check the dogs before and after the race and at each checkpoint. If any mushers mistreat their dogs, they are disqualified.
1 sled. Mushers have 1 sled which they repair if it breaks. The sled weighs around 80 kilos and carries food, an axe, a sleeping bag, snowshoes, dog medicine, veterinary records, and a portable cooker. Like gold hunters in the 1890s, mushers must survive entirely on their own. They cannot accept any help on the trail.
$25,000. That was the prize money for the winner, Hugh Neff, in 2016. There are other awards too, including an award for the last musher to complete the race and an award for the musher who takes the best care of their dogs. Finally, the champion lead dog receives a golden harness and a delicious meal of raw steak.
So there are some short O words in this story that we're interested in. Stop, drop, Yukon, cannot, follow, dog, cross, conditions, solitude, on, and straw. So this has the short O sound, ah, but it's being made by the AW digraph. So straw is spelled with an AW, and raw is also spelled with an AW for ah. So here's a video about the Yukon Quest.
I take a breath, I'm not gonna lose. This is what I came here to do. I walk that wire and I take that step. Won't look down, got no regrets. Won't look down, got no regrets. I was made for this. I was made for this. Born in the wild, thrown in the fire, built for the battle. I was made for this. I was made for this. Mind over matter, silence the doubters. I have the power. I was made for this. Don't give up, I won't back down. Goodbye worries, no time to doubt. I feel the power, I won't be afraid. Fear won't stop me, I don't break. I was made for this. I was made for this. Born in the wild, formed in the fire, built for the battle. I was made for this. I was made for this. Mind over matter, silence the doubters. I have the power. I was made for this. I'm a soul on a wire. That's where I feel alive. Open up the skies. I'm a soul on a wire. That's where I feel alive. Open up the skies. I am free to fly. I was made for this. I was made for this. Born in the wild, formed in the fire, built for the battle. I was made for this. I was made for this. Mind over matter, silence the doubters. I have the power. I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this.
All right, so that was the Yukon Quest. Good job. Au revoir. Goodbye. Troisième année.